Hello there, I'm Michelle Eagleton, and you're watching Spotlight on Stage, the weekly online magazine show from I Love Manchester. I'm their arts and culture correspondent, and if you love theatre as much as I do, then you're in the right place because every Monday I bring you the latest news from the theatre world, give you interviews with stars from the stage, and tell you what's on this week at theatres in Greater Manchester. So, shall we start the show? Why not? Because this week we have got a very exciting announcement from one of the friends of Spotlight on Stage. Who am I talking about? Well, Ori Aduba is about to be back in Manchester. Yes, he's going to be playing Caractacus parts in the family favourite musical Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Now, that's coming to the Palace Theatre next year from the 11th to the 15th of March. And also starring in that production is Liam Fox, who you'll know from Emmerdale. He is going to be Grandpa Potts. If you haven't seen this show before, where have you been? It is a movie classic. In fact, the film was famous back in 1968 and taken to the hearts of generations since then. You've got some unforgettable songs, you've got Toot Sweets, Hushabye Mountain, Truly Scrumptious, and of course the title song, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It's not that easy to say that one. Tickets are on sale now, and I think Ori is going to be absolutely fantastic. Talking of all things fantastic, Matthew Bourne's Swan Lake is heading our way very soon. It opens on the 19th of November at Lowry, Salford, and it's part of the 30th anniversary tour. Now, this production is a new revival with the next generation of dancers, and I got the chance to catch up with one of them, Maisma Webb, to find out exactly what we can expect.
So it's kind of the final last stages of everything coming together, putting everything together. So yeah, it's very exciting because it's all beginning to become really real.
Yeah, and I mean, for you, this is fantastic because this is your debut
Yeah.
performance that you're having, and that must be incredible with Matthew Bourne.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's such, I'm so grateful to have had this opportunity to go straight from college, fresh out of college, into an environment where I can learn from so many people. There's just, you don't know where to look. There's so many people to look up to and get advice from, and I'm doing things that I've not experienced before. So it's really exciting.
Oh, and I've got to say, this is an iconic production. It's been running, for nearly 30 years. This is the
Mm.
30th anniversary tour. And I'm imagining you probably weren't born the first time it was
No,
round.
I wasn't. No, I was not. So yeah, no, it is. Yeah, it's incredible, and it's so well known, and just such an particularly New Adventures Swan Lake is so iconic. Not just within the dance world, just I mean, you can ask most people, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, I've heard of it," or "I know about it." So yeah.
Because it really does break traditions. I love Matthew Bourne's work because, he brings like a freshness to ballet. Because I think, there's a lot of people out there that still might think, oh, ballet is for a certain type of person. But the way that he switches it up and the
Yeah.
fact that, the traditional female roles in this are played by males, it really
Hmm.
does take it to a different level.
I think it really does, and it's something that I think is so accessible to people that may not maybe be interested in classical ballet, or haven't had the opportunity to see classical ballet. And I think it's a really good door opener for anyone who doesn't maybe know much about dance. I think it would be an amazing show to kind of watch for the first time, because it has bits of everything. Like, of course, there's a huge underlying foundation of ballet in everything that we do, but there's mixtures of jazz. There's so much contemporary. There's a little bit of kind of Spanish styles. There's, because within the princess characters we have different princesses, Italian princess, Spanish princess. There's so many little bits of fiery different flavors. So it's a really interesting watch, I think.
I've always been fascinated about ballet because, it is such, a hard kind of art, really. There must be so
Yeah.
much with like the training. What's it like in the rehearsals? Is it quite a rigorous time for you right now?
I think, yeah, I think at the moment, as we're getting to the end of things, there is that element of a time pressure, and we need to make sure that we're meeting everything. We've been given a lot of material in a short space of time. I mean, for the guys, they're in every act, whereas the female characters, they're only in two of them. But when I say only, each act is quite long and it has a lot of material in it. And it's very dancey, like there's not really much standing around. So at the moment it's quite intense, but that doesn't make it's not a bad environment at all. It's just everyone's really headstrong, ready to work. There's a lot of conversations going on. It's quite fast paced. So yeah, you really need to make sure that, long days of rehearsal, it's about keeping on top of making sure you're really thinking about it at all times and making sure that you're eating, drinking, because all day you've really got to concentrate on what's going on. Because if you miss it, then you're going to fall behind. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, lots of vitamin tablets as well, I imagine.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. Lots of energy gels. Yeah. All of that.
Now, I know that you went to the Northern Ballet School, so coming to the Lowry, it's kind of returning to your old patch, isn't it? How's that going to feel for
Yeah.
you?
I'm really excited to go back because, yeah, I was there for 3 years, and going to the Northern Ballet School at 16 and then graduating at 19, that was such a big part of. I feel like I grew up a lot in those 3 years. And within that time, I went to the Lowry so many times with friends and saw different productions. I actually saw um, there's Matthew Bourne Sleeping Beauty there when it was in Manchester. So it's going to be such a weird and exciting experience to be on the other side of the audience and be the one actually performing in a place that I spent a lot of time. So yeah.
And being in this particular company, I mean, for me, it does feel like the ultimate. Are you still pinching yourself? Or this is kind of like the dream coming true for you, Maisie?
Oh my gosh, yeah, definitely. Like I still I still can't believe it. I was so shocked, if I'm honest, when I found out I got the email that I got it, and I was just like, oh, no. I was thinking this can't be right. Like what? Um, but yeah, no, it is an incredible company to have got into. So I'm really looking forward to touring with them and growing, meeting people, and so many contacts and friendships that like can be made from it. So yeah.
Well, if you want to catch that rule breaking reinvention of the ballet Swan Lake, then all you need to do is head to our website. We've got loads of information there. As I say, it's on from the 19th of November until the 30th of November. So to book tickets, just head to ilovemanchester.com/theatre. Now, let's take a look what else is on at theatres across Manchester this week. Well, it's a case of all that jazz at the Palace Theatre this week as Chicago comes to town. Now, hailed as the sexiest musical ever, it's here for 1 week only, and it's starring Coronation Street's Faye Brooks as Roxy Hart, Brenda Edwards as the matron Mama Morton, and Kevin Clifton of Strictly Come Dancing fame as Billy Flynn. It opened tonight and it runs until Saturday, the 9th of November. Over at the Lowry, we've got the winner of the Salford Star Best Play of the Year award. It's The Haunting of Blaine Manor. Now, this opens tomorrow night. It's here for a 2-night run, so it finishes on Wednesday, the 6th of November. And it is a love letter to both the golden age of Hollywood and the Hammer horror era. If you love a bit of a thrill, well, this is a haunted house chiller set in a manor with a twisted history of madness, witchcraft, tragedy, and death. Staying with the Lowry over at the Aldridge studio from the 6th of November until the 9th of November. The Outpatient is playing. Now, this is Harriet Madeley's award winning solo show. It comes to the Lowry off the back of a sellout run at the Edinburgh Festival. So get ready to laugh, cry, and contemplate life itself. Staying with the solo show theme over at home Manchester, Follow the Signs takes to the stage. Now, this is a fully British Sign Language led hip hop gig theatre show performed through BSL, rap, spoken English movement, and creative captioning. It's hoped that it's going to be shared and celebrated by deaf and hearing audiences together, and it tells the story of acclaimed dancer and choreographer Chris Fonseca, who from infanthood became deaf after contracting meningitis. This is a story of hope and about owning your own identity. It runs from Tuesday night this week until Saturday, the 9th of November. And still running over at Hope Mill is Lizzie the musical. This is rocktastic. You might have seen my interviews with some of the cast last week. It's running until the 17th of November. It's rage, sex, betrayal, and bloody murder. Yes, the true crime rock musical is back with a bang. It explores the life of Lizzie Borden, this true story of Lizzie, who was accused of murdering her father and stepmother with an axe in the late summer of 1892 in Massachusetts. The musical delves into her complex psyche and it has got incredible music. She's swung her axe now in over 60 cities, 6 countries, in 5 languages, and has also been honoured with dozens of awards. Try and catch that one if you can. As I say, it is here until the 17th of November. Spoiled for choice this week. There's so much to see. If you want to find out more about any of the productions that I've just mentioned, though, all you need to do is head to our website, ilovemanchester.com/theatre. We've got loads of information there. We've got reviews, and you can book your all important tickets. I'll be back with more guests next week on Spotlight on Stage. Until then, give us a follow, spread the word, or leave us a comment. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Monday.